and good day. This is Queen Elizabeth. With the passing of my dear husband, all I do is sit in the corner and listen to my favourite podcast, Mouse and Weens. Oh, with a bit of tea, of course. Don't touch my biscuit.
Mouse and Weens and a 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 mouse and Weens, mouse and Weens and a mouse and Weens.
Hi everyone,
It's Mouse and Weens.
we're walking.
We're on a walk.
We're in the same area.
We thought we would try a new format for a weird podcast.
Weird podcasting
experience.
happening right now. I'm
But-
using my best camera skills. We're holding a tripod.
Look at her. She's walking
Trying
like
to
a
walk like this.
strange boom operator. That's good. So Weens,
Yo,
you're here for Easter. Thanks for coming
it
down.
was nice.
Tell me what you thought of the whole experience.
I think Easter is an interesting holiday
Why?
because we celebrate it with eggs
Nothing
and
wrong with
also
that.
bunnies. And then for Jesus, but are you into Jesus?
Am I into Jesus? I don't know. No. I think he was a cool guy. I think he taught some cool lessons once. Not necessarily into him.
Get in the camera, will you?
We'll focus more on the conversation, not the camera angle.
Ow.
But
Well, I just stepped on the dog. All right, now,
are you into Jesus? Wait, I want to talk about this because it is odd that,
is it odd or is it God?
he rose for our sins, and that's what we celebrate. This rock moving.
You
and
sort of rose more for your sins, if I remember correctly. You were the bad one.
You have more sins than I do. No,
Hey.
I think it's good. Here, I need to put my arm around you to stabilize myself. No, it's totally turned into the commercial candy, eggs, bunny, hiding, seeking holiday,
And drinking.
and drinking, and family, and brunch, and it's sweet. I don't know. It's just a nice little dumb tradition in our family now. Really.
So we did you talk about what you can with the children involved, about what we did this morning.
Right. Well, just night before, usually. Last night I didn't because you were here. I got distracted. But I usually pack up the baskets after the kids go to bed. And we dye eggs and they're sitting on the counter. And then that's what the Easter Bunny seems to find and go hide every morning. And I have nothing to do with that. Purely Easter Bunny. But you're tuning out. You're not listening. You're just playing with
Purely
your camera.
Easter Bunny. I'm
Okay,
hearing
all
everything.
right. And then the kids realize, Dave and I usually, and you this time, go and hide the plastic eggs. And
Eggs.
yeah, so that's what we did. So we hid all the eggs real early. We packed up eggs with coins and dollars
Stop saying eggs.
and candy, and it was great. It was fun.
It was great. We had a blast. Now,
There's 2 stuffed eggs right here. Look, I look quite wide. I did not do COVID well, you guys. I'm
do
getting
this. This is the angle, guys, and
Back
actually
into working
gals.
out.
Let's talk more
Oh,
about the
really?
gals because this gives you a nice felt neck. Felt neck? I forgot my S.
or
Svelte.
velour.
Watch out!
Wrigley, come here.
Jeez Louise.
Dave.
Oh, look, it's her husband.
Oh my god.
Hi! We missed you.
Really, the selfie stick?
Yeah.
We're trying a new format.
What do you think? Do we look attractive?
Yeah, that's what I think.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Thanks for taking care of that car.
Bye, Wrigley.
That's Daddy.
Wow. We do kind of look like goobs, huh?
Judgment on wheels. Ugh, this is my whole life.
Hey, this dog is about to trip me.
All right. So, what do you remember from our Easter holidays growing up?
I remember lupin. Did anybody have that kind of flower that blooms in
we have
Easter?
some down at the school. We could keep walking and go see some.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that reminds me of Easter.
Good purple flowers.
That
That's
only
good.
come up in a brief moment in time, and daffodils, if I remember correctly.
A little bit, yeah.
No?
Some daffodils,
Oh,
yeah.
excuse me. Excuse my French garden lady. I guess they're not daffodils. When
No,
did those
they
come
are.
up?
They do, but it just comes and goes so fast here. Maybe it was more in Northern California. I don't remember that. I remember.
What say you?
I remember going to Grandma and Grandpa's in the East Bay and like Hayward or whatever, and doing egg hunts. Going to their church, the nice Lutheran church.
Yeah.
Doing egg hunts with like random kids at the church. Do you remember that?
Nope.
And they would be like, 1, 2, 3, go! Pew! Shoot the gun or whatever it was.
And then this one, competitive, would probably start knocking
and
them
it was
over.
like, find the golden egg. There was always the golden egg. It was so exciting to try to find it. I never found it.
Joe.
That's all I wanted was the golden egg.
I got the golden ticket.
Ah, there was
Really,
only
there's something
one.
about gold.
But that's kind of how it should be, right? Shouldn't we compete for the one thing? Not everybody gets everything.
I think we should give kids medals for everything, for being the biggest loser.
Is that a good tactic? Yeah, because as a non-parent, what do you think of the whole trophies for everybody, everything?
No, I like the idea. Well, I had a ex-boyfriend, another one, but his parents would play every game when they were kids, and they would just win because they knew the rules, and they were like, well, when you win, you win. So there was no cheating, no sliding.
The parents never played easy.
Yes.
Is what you're saying. Okay.
And if they borrowed money, they had interest they had to pay back. It was a whole
Wow.
very real world experience of
Transactional
this is what life is like out in the world.
business school.
Yeah. So he seemed
How'd
to
he turn
think that
out?
was, well,
Is the real question. Did
Well,
they do it right?
I can't make any value judgments. I'm not going to place, I have no idea.
Okay.
We'll just say that there are different ways of parenting. I don't know. He seems to really get along with his parents. So
That's
he
good.
seems to respect them and thought it was a great way to grow up. He's like, you don't want to be easy on someone because you want to show them what it's like. But he was kind of laughing about it.
Yeah. It's hard as a
think
parent because you want to
them to
boost
have
their
this- yeah.
self-esteem. You want them all to feel good about themselves, and you don't want someone to walk away from Easter feeling like a loser, do you? Or maybe you do.
I don't know. But then if you're too easy, then they have this false sense of confidence. Like pickup sticks today.
Really?
I let the kid win once, and then he was like, yeah, I totally slammed you. I'm like, eh, not really. I let you get a couple of those free.
Oh,
Oh,
We lost
wait,
the dog
there's some
to
dog
crows.
action. He's in the crows, folks.
Wrigley, come here. This is not your house. Come on.
Wrigley, get out of the crows.
You poop on her lawn.
Don't poop.
Oh, April, I'm sorry. He's pooping on your lawn.
Oh, Wrigley. Where is this pooper? Wrigley just took a dew on there.
Wrigley. No. Why?
He goes, this dog, entitlement.
This is April and Cam's house. And he's the local dentist.
Well, he's a local dentist who has a couple of rotten eggs now. I was gonna make a tooth joke. Instead, I went with rotten eggs since it was Easter. It didn't make much sense, but that also translates to poop. Okay, now here's a guy. I guess we're not worried as much about wearing masks. You don't see people walking around with them anymore, which is kind of maybe scary.
It's about to get awkward.
Is it?
I don't know.
Happy Easter! Okay.
All right.
Do you like Jesus?
Do you like Jesus?
Oh, God. Christ, you almost put that in my mouth.
Oh, yeah.
What are you going to do with that?
I don't know.
Holding
Walk around
it?
with it. What's awkward is when you have to jog with poop in a bag, because then it whacks you in the wrist the whole time.
Is it warm and squishy?
Yeah. It's gross.
So this is compelling. I want to show you the mountains, though. I do like the view out there. Look at that, folks. If you go this way, it looks like a John Denver album cover.
Rocky
Country
Mountain
roads, take me home. Country roads.
Weens, finish with pickup sticks. Was my kid a jerk? I want to hear about
Well, they
this.
get overconfident. Like,
Really?
yeah, nailed it. And then when they lose, they're just like saying nothing, like, let's play again. But I think that's the nature of being, 15, 16.
So did you go easy on them the second time or third time? Or?
After you say a cocky thing,
Yeah.
Aunt Nan does not play nice.
Oh, good.
So then I beat him a couple times just to show him who was still the adult.
You guys were down there for a while. You did some Chinese checkers.
Yeah, have you guys ever played Chinese checkers?
How
You
does
move
it work?
one, you get your little marbles on your little checkers hole,
Marbles.
and then you move them up to the, it's kind of like checkers, guys. That's why it's called Chinese checkers. Anyway, moving on. Yeah, I like to walk with you, and it's nice that we're still friends.
Yay,
Don't you think that's interesting? Do you know sisters who are, like, hate each other? What are these guys talking about?
It's some crow action happening
There's a
here.
lot of crow action. Whoops, we'll go this way.
Um,
Happy Easter.
sisters who don't get along.
I don't
know.
I'm interested in the stories.
I know that some siblings don't get along and they just kind of go through life like business transactional type of
I have one who hasn't talked to her
relationship.
brother in years and just kind of said, yeah, we just don't have that kind of relationship. I go, really? For how long? Well,
Wow.
like 10 years. I go, do you ever call him for any reason? No.
I wonder what
Here
that
comes a
is.
car.
Wrigley.
Are you worried?
No. It's fine.
And it's just sort of not that way in the family, but it's no bad blood.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
different. We were,
These dogs are too crazy. I don't like this path anymore. They bark. I want to. Is it bad to want to throw?
poop somewhere?
No. Maybe just a poison steak over a fence.
Joelle, that's
I'm
their
kidding. I'm
house.
kidding. I would never do that. But I do want them to move. Can I make them move?
Just for passing some barking dogs?
yes.
Joelle,
They're so annoying. Do you hear them?
they just are
burn.
done.
They ruined my whole. I want to go on that trail and I don't.
Let's
because
just go on the trail.
Wrigley
Let's do
freaks
it.
out. No, it's a whole freak out thing. Last time I dropped my phone, my coffee,
Let's just
everything.
run through. Let's see what it's like. Come on, adventure. Yeah. Get rid of that poop. Put it on the curb, will you?
Oh, that's the worst. I'll get written up on Nextdoor if you leave your poop bag.
You'll pick it up. No, nobody does.
Sidewalk.
All right, ready? We're gonna go as fast as possible.
Okay, Wrigley.
Here we go. We're gonna see what it's like. Action. Go.
Come on, Wrigley. Oh my God. Oh, I didn't wear my sports bra.
Ah, she's jurgling her eggs. Watch out.
Ah, the poop's sitting in the boobs.
Here we go.
This is not good. Wrigley. God damn it.
Folks, you're so little. Sweet.
This
How
is
was it?
not Caesar Milan's finest moment. What do I do? What the hell? That's what happens every time.
You barrel through. You know what? I would take him off the leash and let him do his thing, and then you just keep walking.
Really?
Yeah, they get more aggressive when they're on a leash. He'll do it anyway, but you know.
The last few times, I blocked his eyes like a blinder. And I was like, leave it, and we just like tensely walked by. And he didn't bark, he didn't go after anyone. They still barked, but it was a little better.
There you go. Just get
But-
some horse blinders. All right, now listen to how quiet. It was all worth it. Now we're on a trail.
Was it really though? Did anyone want to see my fat signed? Rear hindsight signed? Rear hind?
Sign height.
I can't talk.
Stephen Sondheim.
It's stressful.
Oh, yes, but now we're in a miracle path. Look at this.
We are sponsored by Dream Dinners. Go to dreamdinners.com and enter Mouse and Weens 99 at checkout if you're in the local area of Poway or San Marcos, and you will get $99 off your first order and free delivery if you choose it, or you can go pick it up. It is such a game changer, you guys. Dream Dinners has really changed our family mealtime. We make meals together, we sit down together. I feel confident that they're healthy foods, and the kids can even make them. My husband can make them. It's a really fun, wonderful service. I've been using it for 3 years, and I finally approached them and said, let's make this a business arrangement because I talk about you all the time anyway. So here we are. You save an average of $200 a month off your grocery bill if you sign up for Dream Dinners, which isn't a subscription service. It really is a ad hoc. You can choose it monthly. Whenever you want to stop, you can stop. So there's no subscription. You only have to come in and pick up your meals once a month or have them delivered, but you will get a good bunch of meals in your freezer that you can thaw out and use as you see fit. This is perfect for people who have likes, dislikes, and allergies, and you can insert special instructions for your meals. And it really will change your lifestyle. You guys, please do go try it, mouseandweens.com. We have a quick link to give you your $99 off, or you can go to dreamdinners.com, choose your location. They are nationwide. And if you are in our local area, enter Mouse and Weens 99 and get free delivery and $99 off your first order. You smell those orange blossoms? Smell that?
This is California.
Does this smell so good here?
I think I got the whiff of the doo-doo bag. Oh, Joelle! Jeez Louise, why? Would you?
All right, wait, back to siblings. We never closed that up. So,
I'll just talk about positive.
yeah.
It's nice that we're friends.
That's true.
But am I really? You still call me Charlotte all the time. Do you still think of me as your little sister?
I do.
Do you think of me as someone who needs help?
No, it's just you're the little woman in my life. I can't help it.
But I'm huge.
Look how little you are.
I'm like 6'4".
I don't know. It's just a birth order thing.
Is it a maternal feeling you feel towards me, or is it more like, what's your vibe?
Maybe a little, but these days you're teaching me more.
Ow,
than
balls!
I'm teaching you.
Sorry, your dog is right on my foot!
I know. Go, Wrigley. Go on. Go on. You're fine. You're allowed to go.
What am I teaching you about? I like these dogs.
Being like a better parent and not caring as much about shit and
Not caring about your kids.
no,
It's not
but
good
just
parenting.
like no, but letting it go, let it go. You know, I went to lunch with some girlfriends for my birthday, and I'm 49 now.
Joe!
They were talking about what's on your bucket list for this year. This is your last year of your 40s. What do you want to get done? What do you want to do? And just, I don't know, I didn't have a whole lot to add to it. But my friend Daphne said, you're going to enjoy this year, next year. She goes, you know what happens? Because she turned 50 last year. She's a year ahead of me. She said she's adopted this new thing called Feckit 50s. And she and her boyfriend have this thing, and it really is like, fuck it. You want to do it? Do it. You don't think people are going to like it?
Do it
Whatever.
anyway.
Fuck it. Feckit 50s.
Yeah.
And so she's doing all of the shit that,
Like what?
well, I don't know. Just like personal stuff that she's always wanted to do that she hasn't done. That
Like
I don't
bucket
know.
listy kind of stuff.
Yeah. Bucket list. And
Bucket list.
the bucket list. So it was great. I loved hearing that. And I'm kind of like, yeah, you know, why do we spend all this time worrying about people, what we should do, shouldn't do, society, blah, 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 blah. I mean, of course, there's rules,
But you're obviously not. Okay, now she picked up the dog. Hey, let go of that dog.
He's so attached to you. He has to be on your left side. I don't know what's going on. This is not a
on the
normal
line.
walk.
Because I taught him to jog by me
Really.
without a leash.
Anyway, so
Do you
I
want to
don't know
really
what-
go down this weird path?
prompted all that. No, I think we should do this U-turn. Let's go this way. Give me the breakdown of what you think the family dynamics are when you come to visit San Diego and you see me and Dave and the kids, and then his parents join in, and then his brother and his family join in.
I know so much history, it's hard to be detached, but
Yeah.
I think that everyone seems to get along well, and it seems like a good. Okay, you want the positives, or I'm gonna start with all the positives because there are way more positives, which are they do seem to have fun together. You guys seem to like each other and laugh a lot. They gave each other little secret kisses. I saw it. I creeped and I looked, and they kissed each other like little.
Not me and the grandparents, just me and Dave, right?
No, you and Dave's dad.
Sick!
Don't hit me with a poop bag! Joelle! That's disgusting. I was kidding, your husband. Don't, look at, she's waving the bag with victory. You are competitive and weird. That's poop. And German. She's obsessed with Scheisen. She brings it up all the time. Weird. Anyway, she was kissing her husband. What do you think? Well, I don't know how it is in the family.
cute.
Behind closed doors.
Oh, okay.
But it's cute. You guys love each other. And after all these years,
It works out.
it works out. So that was cute. I like how you guys all, it's very important to have family time. So I feel like we're in like Ishtar or something. Look at that sun in the background.
Not really.
By the way, the
gonna
opening
die.
song to Ishtar was written by Paul Williams.
Ah.
Also wrote the Rainbow Connection. I also watched his cats. Mom also played his piano and ran out of his house when he was home by accident when I thought he was out of town. Weird, but
We never did tell that story
we never told that story.
on the podcast. We tried recording it a couple times and it didn't work out, but yeah.
We could tell a longer version. Basically, I was watching Paul Williams' cats.
If you don't know who
And
Paul Williams is,
He wrote the Rainbow Connection,
and he was the little guy Sonny in
the Planet of the Apes.
no
Oh, and
Cannonball Run or something.
he also
right?
was in Planet of the Apes. He was the
Oh.
blonde one. I
Oh.
wasn't making that up. Cannonball Run. He's a little guy, and he was on the Muppets all the time. He wrote, "It's just an old-fashioned love song,"
Yeah.
and also, "Some say love it is." Okay. Anyway, I was watching his cats. He was friends. Whatever. Doesn't. Let's go to the short story.
No, how do you know him? That's the story. That's exciting.
Warren
Okay.
and another member in Warren, my ex's band, was his sister's married to Paul, so Marianne Williams.
Oh,
Mariana, I'm sorry. I have too many Mariannes in my life.
the
so
one that ran
Mariana.
for president.
Yeah, Mariana Williamson, Marianne Williamson. Anyway, good tie-in.
Thanks.
To make a short story short, as my agent Abbott Bloomberg used to say in New York, he got me no jobs. He was like 98 when I
Call
first
him
signed up
Abbott
with
No
him.
Jobs.
Yeah. To make a short story short. Anyway, point. Paul Williams. We were watching his cats. I was watching his cats that weekend. Warren and I would sometimes. And that weekend, Mom was in town. So we went to Paul Williams' house. And Mom said, "Oh, great. Well, I'm coming to visit you guys and stay with you, Warren, but we can go over there and just stay a couple nights and watch the cats and stay over there at their beautiful house on the water." I said, "Okay, great. We'll go over there." And Mom brought her suitcase. We were all ready to go. Went into the house with the key. And then I said, "Oh, look at that. There's all this cool stuff. Like him, Paul Williams drinking cognac with Dean Martin and Frank Sinatra. And then there's a freaking, not a Grammy. What's the thing that you win when you write? The Rainbow Connection.
A Grammy.
Okay, that. So that's sitting there, and then his baby grand piano. So Mom was like, "Oh, this is amazing," and sat down and started playing like one of his songs. It might have been Rainbow Connection. I can't remember. All of a sudden, we hear this hello. Look up on the balcony. Who's there? Paul Williams in his boxers brushing his teeth. He goes, "Hi." It's like, "Hi." And guess what happened? Mom grabbed her suitcase and took off, and I looked around. I go, "My mom and I." Guess who wasn't there anymore? My mom. I was standing by myself. We know what happens in trouble. Mom is gone.
It's like Dave Barley and the Bear.
It's Dave Barley pushing me into the bear, which we'll tell another time. That was my ex-boyfriend who was on last episode. But basically, I got the weekend wrong. So he was home. It's the whole thing. And my mom was gone. I'm like, "I am so sorry." But he's so cool. He's such a nice guy. And he was like, "Yeah, that's fine. Whatever."
Did you notice Mom running out? Did you have to explain?
She was gone in a flash. You would just think that it was like that Santa Claus thing of just...
All you see is a shoulder.
Yeah, all I saw was a shadow and a shoulder. I don't even know how she got that bag in front of her or anything. Just gone. And then I go and I'm like, "Mom," and she's sitting like by the car just... What happened? I'm like, "Well, it would have been nice if you would have known what happened with me." Anyway.
So did you explain to Paul, "You got the weekend wrong. I'm so sorry. I'll be back."
Yeah. He was
Continue.
totally fine. He was like, "Yeah, okay." He's so chill, nice
Yeah.
guy. So
I'm
all is well.
Musicians in LA are used to
People
wacky.
walking in their house when they're
Situations.
brushing their teeth. Oh,
That's so funny.
that was not fun. And
Do you
Mariana
know-
still does Long Beach storytelling, so she does like a moth storytelling. If anyone's ever,
Ah,
oops,
that's cool.
this is happening. Oh, low power mode.
Wow.
Anyway,
Wait, can we look at this little field? This is my favorite little spot to walk.
here, why don't you direct traffic?
Oh my gosh. It is a little BMX track just because the local kids wanted somewhere to ride their bikes, and they haven't built a house on here yet, but you'll see it's so cute because all these little wildflowers pop up on it, and everybody uses it with their kids riding their bikes around. Yeah, it's so sweet. And then the trail continues this way, so we'll go up here. But, all right.
Wait, I have a joke.
Oh, uh-oh. Sorry, you weren't supposed to see that. Hello, everyone. I'm your host, Joelle. So, that was great. Good stuff.
Did it work?
Yeah, perfectly.
Good.
That's good.
Let's keep walking.
All right.
What were we saying before that whole story? You were talking about Dave, parents. Do you enjoy the family gatherings? You guys do them often.
Yeah, it's cute, and I realize, time goes so fast. It's been 16 years since we got married, and we're all, older and slower and quieter a little bit, and
Kind of like your
it's
dog who keeps walking right in front
yeah.
of us.
Go, baby. So it's
It's nice
fast
to
and
just,
fleeting, and I realize the kids are going to be, maybe off to college at some point, and these moments won't necessarily happen all the time. I don't know. So it's kind of sweet to have them and document everything and enjoy
and they
the
love
little
them,
talks.
and
Yeah.
it's so nice. Yeah, it's such a different world. I come here and it feels like normal family stuff, and then I go back and it's just instantly like bachelorette pad life.
Really?
It's kind of
Yeah.
just different.
That's all right. I know. And then I, of course, wish for that because as soon as everybody left today, what did I do? I put on my headphones and
And listen
listened
to brilliant observations.
Yeah, Amy and Melissa. And shredded papers and did dishes, and I love that quiet time. But
You do instantly dive into your escapism mode of
I know,
podcasts,
I do.
which is probably good and
need
healthy.
the balance. It's my thing. I don't know. What can I say?
That's good.
Wrigley, you're so huffy. Do you think this audio is going to be all a dog huffing
Huffington.
the whole time? Go, Wrigley, go. Bag of food. Go.
What you gonna do with the bag in your hand?
Okay, so no, we were talking also about how you're teaching me things. And
Oh yeah. What have you learned that you want to carry with you from
Well, I don't
my
need-
teachings?
Actually, I do want to hear about, and I know you're like, oh, it's just school, who cares? But I do want to hear about what you're learning in school. All the sociology stuff and the psychology stuff. I know you're learning about Native American stuff and racism, and teach me. I didn't get to go that track.
All of it.
Yeah.
You know what's interesting to me is that people can probably, you get real specific, so you could miss well, let me ask you, because you went to college, and do you feel like you got a really well-rounded education, or was a lot of,
No, I don't, because I was science, so everything was
yeah.
science. And I did wish I could take more psychology, and I took child psychology when I was
Did you like it?
a freshman and sophomore. Yeah, I did. And I did drama, that was fun, but
Why don't we hang back a little?
I would have liked to do a little more of that kind of stuff, so yeah.
What'd you learn in child psychology? Did any of it?
I don't know. It's all just sort of
Outfit. I never look until I look.
right.
This with these glasses. With the, I
cute.
like
You
it.
look
These are
good.
the glasses we got for like $7 at the.
Yeah. Which Michele Harper sells some other ones. There's a bug on me. We talked about colored glasses in one of our Instagram posts, and I'm gonna buy the whole set because Toby was looking at my pink ones and he's like, Mom, I like those, but I don't like that shape. I would wear them if they look different. And I showed him Michelle's and he's like, oh yeah. So I'm gonna buy him the set of Michelle's colored glasses because she has a whole thing. And what is it? Metaphysica Spa. If you go to Instagram at Metaphysica Spa, You can buy her whole set of rainbow glasses. She does color therapy, and every color puts you in a different mood, and it's good for all different
So I have
ailments.
green on right now.
That's for vitality. That's to feel life and livelihood and
I feel alive.
energy, and yeah, that's good. So you are like a tiger. There she goes.
I'm kidding. Not that much vitality. Let's walk.
Seriously though, will you teach me something?
Sure. Right now in social psychology, which is interesting, we are learning about things like, it goes so fast, but microaggression is something that there's this famous, I think it's Japanese, can't remember his name. This happens often, and teaches you how to read facial expressions when somebody, because the basic thing I'm learning overall is people think they're much more intuitive than they are. And what they're doing is quick sizing up. They're called schemas. We use schemas to quickly, our brain can't spend all the mental energy to process every time we're in a new situation or a new thing. So we pull from our past, which is kind of logical. And we quickly size a situation up. So it keeps us safe, and it also kind of gives us a basic idea of a person when we quickly look at them. And sometimes it's accurate. There's a lot of studies where those quick first impressions, like Malcolm Gladwell had the book Blink, and it's about you kind of can suss something up really quickly, and it's right a lot of the times, but then also we're very quick to size someone up and put them in a little box and then not take into consideration they have this vast world of emotions and other things that we're just going, oh, he's the kind of guy that,
Right.
like, my husband's not emotional. Come on! Go! Come on, the dog will follow. The dog, he'll follow. Just go.
Wrigley!
Wrigley. He's right there. See, all you gotta do is blow through it.
Okay.
Yeah!
They suck!
They come.
These people to move.
Don't, Joel.
They need to move.
Dogs. What do you want them to do?
They have sucky dogs that need manners.
They're protecting
And
the
muzzles.
house. Your dog would do the same thing. Joel, tolerance. Okay, she's sizing these people up. Terrible animal owners, she's calling them.
They have a tennis court. I'm just jealous. I want a tennis
She
court.
secretly wants a tennis court. That's where we're talking about.
And a
Okay.
nice bocce ball area with like pretty party lights. It's so cool.
See,
I love their
envy.
backyard.
So let's talk about that.
I'm gonna light it on fire and put it on
Green
their
with them.
porch.
Get that poop bag out of my face. For Christ's sake, Christ is our savior.
So back to
Easter.
microaggressions.
So yeah, things like that. I'm finding that I have a tendency to do that where I'll think I'm so smart. That's the other thing, is we all think we're so good at this. Like poker tells, and like, oh yeah, that's the kind of guy that listened to grunge music in the 90s.
Yeah.
He probably lives with his mom in the basement.
Yeah.
You know, but he might be a guy that's a secret PhD. We have no clue.
Right.
So the idea
Was
is like,
this the whole Gwyneth, Chris Martin thing you sent me? That
yeah, so
video? That was part of
one
that
example.
class?
I mean, they're all these tiny subcategories of all of this. So I'm giving
Okay.
you a broad 2-second version of just what's happening lately. But they use the example of Gwyneth Paltrow and Chris Martin. Of course, she's going to remember this. I had to send it to her. She's in love with Chris
I'm
and
not
Gwyneth.
in
We're
love.
not sure if she would do anything with
I'm in
Gwyneth too.
deep lake.
At
That's
this
all.
point, the jury's out. But they have pictures of Chris Martin beat up a pot. Why don't you talk? I can't. Apparently,
They showed a picture of Chris Martin beating up paparazzi because he jumped out of his car after
right.
some interaction. And they, what was the story? So,
He beat up a paparazzi.
And
The
everybody-
world thought he was terrible.
yeah, they were like,
What a
"Oh,
jerk. So our
Gwyneth
quick.
Paltrow's awful husband, and she's awful too.
Stay on this.
They're
side.
awful.
To see people.
And yeah, so they
So
all
he gets this. Watch out.
put them in this category of awful.
He gets a reputation of being this paparazzi beater, and everyone hates him for a while. And it was what we don't know, so we do that all the time, right? We just go right to what a jerk,
Yeah.
and we size someone up really quickly based on a photo, based on a whatever situation. And what really happened was Gwyneth, they had just gotten out of the hospital where she had a miscarriage, which no one knew about, and then a paparazzi
I
was
didn't
right
even
in his
know about
face. She didn't know about it. Social psychology class, Miss Callahan does. And
She didn't even know his name. I was mad at her. She's like, Chris.
She called
Chris,
him Cold
What's his
Martin.
Chris?
Yeah.
Coldplay. Chris Coldplay.
This is
Coldplay
where
Chris.
my sister right now is using a schema to size up my teacher because she doesn't like Chris Martin. She doesn't
It's
like
Martin!
her.
Poop in the face!
All right, that's a whole family. You just did that too. Hi!
Hi, everyone!
Happy Easter! Look at woo! Hello! This is Wrigley. Oh, shies.
We're gonna get hit.
We're not paying attention.
All right, so
So anyway, that's
point
the deal
we
was
sized them up before we knew the whole story. And
Yes,
now
they
we should
haven't-
all feel bad.
you should.
Because
And they had another one of Keanu Reeves. It was like a famous photo of him sitting on the bench looking at his shoes. And everyone was like, oh, poor depressed Keanu, he's so sad, and look at him. And it was a huge thing. And then they interview him later. He's like, I was eating my lunch and thinking. They're like, okay.
He was not sad or depressed.
No.
And then there's a Ben Affleck one where he's, sad Batman. They did a whole meme. I wonder if that one's the
Really?
same way. Who knows?
I don't know. Anyway, so quick sizing up. And the thing is,
We shouldn't do it.
well, you could do it to a certain extent, but then you have to let someone off the hook and find out more about them. But also, there are shady people. We think we're so good at reading people's faces and stuff, and this is where like the microaggressions come in. Terrorist spotters, I'm gonna call them that. I'm not sure what the name is. They spot terrorists, and they look for these little microaggressions, which are subtle, like mouth movements when they ask certain questions. And a lot of, this is not entirely true. They actually take it more from body language. They'll look at their hands. Hello again. People are like, what's wrong with these?
The second time around, hello. It's always awkward. Do you
Hello
ever go,
again?
Do you ever go out of your way to not see someone a second time? Dave and I did this on the walk the other day. This lady was walking so slow. We had already said our hellos and goodbyes, and then we were about to lap her. And we did this whole, second loop just to miss her. And then we came out, and she was right there. And Dave was like, yeah, shit. We have to say something again.
Did you have to stop and say hello?
No, but it was this whole, and then we had to walk real slow so as to not lap her and have to interact again. It was like a Curb Your Enthusiasm moment where you just don't want to.
Run into the
You already
same
said
person
goodbye,
twice.
and then you walk to your car
Oh,
together.
you already had a long conversation? Like a
Yeah,
full hello?
Oh yeah, full hello.
Oh,
Dogs met.
that's
We
awkward.
talked dogs.
Okay.
It was a whole thing.
Can't you just say there, that was so loud. Why did that just echo? I think I'm losing my hearing. Because you said that twice, I just shouted.
I just tinkled.
She just tinkled. This is what happens when you're over 40. You can't laugh without tinkling yourself.
Oh
Oh boy.
Man.
Sorry.
no. Oh, all right.
All
So
right.
anyway, the big
Tinkler.
lesson: microaggressions. Don't do it.
Yeah, who knows? I don't pay attention half the time. No, so basically look at people's hands and body language. The microaggressions are when you're like, so do you love me? Yeah. Okay, you pick up the first.
A tiny little move. But how are you able to do that in real life? You're just supposed to freeze frame people or slow-mo
It's very hard
video?
to do. Look up on YouTube. You could see facial demonstrations if you're really into this.
Okay. All right.
I feel
Well, okay, so next time, and we've talked about this before, we need to talk about love fraud. But
love fraud.
remember at the end,
Yes.
okay, I don't want to give any
Don't give it away because that's the good
But
finale.
at the end, it was like tell. And it was crazy. Dave and I were both jumping up and down on the couch. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, right?
It was crazy.
It's great. They do a real live kind of bounty hunter stakeout of this crapper con man guy who keeps conning these women.
Come man here.
And finally one of the ladies is like, I want to catch this dirtbag.
Yeah.
And thank God they found this kick-ass woman from Florida, I think. Carla? See, I don't remember
I don't know.
names.
I think it was Tennessee. Or
She was
somewhere.
75 or something. She's like, I don't take shit from anyone. She reminds me of Aunt Julia.
Yes,
Yeah.
totally.
I love it. And she
Yeah.
just went, she's like, let's get this guy.
Yep.
And so the whole 4-part series is of tracking this guy down.
It's
and
so
they
good.
find him. And he is a dirtbag, folks. And how do women fall for this? They say, because we just listened to another Dr. Ramani talk about narcissists and dirtbags. And it's very smart women who will fall for them with money, with, independence. So it's not just low self-esteem people.
Yeah, and it's people that love and trust and
Yeah.
find the good in people, which
And
is
are
what we want. in our-
susceptible to hearing all those wonderful, loving things, which everyone wants it, but there are red flags. Like if it comes too fast, if there's not enough time, if you don't really get to know someone, if they do excessive love bombing, which is just You're amazing. You're the one. I love you. And then we get so
No
like,
one will ever treat you the way I treated you.
that's one of the biggest red
Yep.
flags.
Yep.
No one's gonna love you like I love you. No one's gonna love you like I love you. Look in my mouth. I ate some spinach earlier. That's what I was telling you. I thought it was your credit card.
Oh, if anyone needs landscaping, Sebastian will take care of you.
Do you guys remember that commercial in the 80s where the guy goes, I can pick most locks with a credit card? It was for ADT.
Really?
Yep. Signing off.
Oh, very good.
Do you want to do a proper sign off?
Yeah, follow us on Mouse and Weens, everyone. We hope you reach out and talk to us too. We're mouseandweens@gmail.com. Mouse and Weens on all social media, and try finding us on Clubhouse. I keep pushing this, but I don't know.
Let me in your house. let me cut your lawn. I'm a good person.
And don't take any dog dirt from
Get
anyone.
rid of
Oh,
that.
it really does stink.
Yes, I know. It's been on my shoulder and by my mouth.
I'm sorry. All right, bye, you guys. We'll see you next time. Mouse and Weens.
She was a beautiful girl with a beautiful smile. She had it all figured out for a little while. Then it all crashed down on her head. She didn't know who to call, didn't have any friends except the hair salon, but nobody was in. She crashed right down on her bed.
Did you know that the Podfix Network, home of I Shake My Head, Filmmakers, and more, has its own network podcast? Go wherever fine podcasts are found and look for Podfix Presents. Network highlights, interviews, roundtables, and more, all showcasing the eclectic depth of Podfix talent. So subscribe today. Podfix Presents on your podcast app of choice. And check us out at www.podfixnetwork.com, at Podfix on Twitter, and official_Podfix on the gram. The Podfix Network, artist owned and loved.
This was a podcast of the Podfix Network. You can check out more shows like it at podfixnetwork.com.